Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So for those of you who follow me in my channel's community tab, you'll know that I share photos of my lunch and dinner from time to time. Basically things that have nothing to do with investments. So whenever I share photos of my chai peng lunch or the economic rice lunch, people would say, "Wow, so cheap!" But of course, it probably has to do with the fact that I'm unemployed. I don't work in the CBD, where cooked food is probably more expensive at hawker centers. I mean, in the HDB neighborhood, chai peng is still quite cheap, right? And it's usually like between $3 to $4 for lunch. And but on screen I say, oh, chai peng lunch went up 40% in price. 40% in price. So how is that cheap? I mean, it's still cheap because what you see on screen was my lunch today, and that cost me $3.40. And I remember paying $2.40 for the same lunch, a year ago, or slightly more than a year ago. I can't remember exactly. 70 cents for taugeh, 70 cents for veggie, and $1 for the tau guang. So it's $2.40. Right? But today I paid $3.40. The price has gone up by $1. I didn't ask him for a breakdown, the hawker for a breakdown. Why bother, right? But that's like 40% higher in price, right? Inflation is real, and there's some high inflation, right? And to be sure, inflation is a problem, right, for the people who are less able, and also for people who are less prudent, right? And so for people who are less able to cope financially with inflation, I think help should be given. But for those who are less prudent, which means they are bad with money, and if they are affected by inflation, then they should do some self-help, right? Don't expect help from other people. They should do some self-help. So they just have to look at their finances and do some adjustments, and they can cope with inflation. So like I say, like for most of us, if we keep our needs simple, our wants few, and if we invest for income constantly to build another source or another stream of income, this will reduce our reliance on wages, and we can cope with inflation even if it were to go a bit higher, right? So it's about being financially prudent, and investing for income will help to strengthen our finances, right? So and I jokingly thought to myself, I mean, sometimes I joke with myself, right? AK is mental, right? That, in third quarter 2023, my passive income came in 12% higher than in third quarter 2022. So year on year, it was 12% higher, my passive income. But my lunch has gone up by 40% in price. So my increase in passive income is unable to keep with the inflation, right, of my chai peng lunch. Well, that's just a joke. Like, if you're laughing, then that's good. If you don't laugh, I know it's 冷笑话, right? Cold joke. Okay, so if AK can joke, so can you. Bye bye.